What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. If this is the first time you see my face, or if this is not the first time you've seen one of my videos, hit the like and subscribe button. It helps the channel. Enjoy, and let's get started.
Yeah, let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, want it, securing the bag.
Alright, y'all, so this is Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and this episode is very much controversial, and it's been on the tip of everybody's tongues, and we really gonna have to get into it like we're gonna get into it, because these people have really been playing with my girl Garcelle, and some things happen that I just find very much maybe Ray, but let's talk about it. So basically, the episode kicks off right where it left off at, with Sutton and Diana over here going at it, and Sutton's like, you're a soulless person. And then you see Kyle over here like, you can't
stop. Real. Excuse me. Son, don't talk like that to her. Don't.
Like, you can't say that. And like I said before, Kyle, you need to mind your business and stay in your place. Nobody's talking to you. I don't know who even told you to sit down. You should have got up when Garcelle got up. You should have did what you had to do when all the other girls got up. Like, you still standing there interjecting yourself when you really don't know the whole conversation. You should have that. You should have all that energy like you have now for your sisters, you know, the ones that you really don't want on the show, and the ones that you really go behind their back and try to get other people to throw them under the bus, like Lisa Rinna, to stab your sisters in the back.
You're not gonna get away with it.
I feel like you hate me or something.
Kyle.
How could you say those things?
Kyle.
It doesn't make sense. Like, what are you doing? So they're like, Sons talk about, yo, you know, I also had 2 miscarriages, because that's what Diana was like. The reason why I didn't come because I had 2 miscarriages. I'm bleeding out my asshole and my pussy. And everybody's like, okay, cool. And Sutton's like, you know, I had miscarriages too. And Kyle's over here saying, oh, that's bullshit. You're just saying it now. And I'm just like, how the fuck are you going to try to tell this woman what she had and what she didn't have? We don't know what these people have. We don't know what is going on with her body for you to say that she's lying just because you don't like the outcome. You're basically saying that she used it as like some type of trump card. And my whole thing is like, this whole situation she's trying to relate to, she's trying to relate to Diana, like, girl, like, you went through this, so I get it. But the whole thing with Sutton is like, regardless of the fact you don't like this woman, she don't like you, stop trying to relate to her. It's not gonna work. Just let it be what it is. Y'all do not like each other. Y'all don't fuck with each other. Period. Leave it at that. So Diana thinks it's bullshit, and Sutton calls her.
So if you want to be a mother,
and Kyle's grabbing Sutton by her arm, like, hard, like, and leaving marks on her arm. And I'm just like, Sutton, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you should be over here knock it. Like, don't grab me. Like, I don't get the situation in what Kyle invading people's personal space. First of all, when she first sat down, she's damn near sitting on Sutton's lap. So it's just like, Kyle is really starting to irritate me. And after them clips, definitely start irritating me, because I'm just like, you're phony, you're fake, and the shit's just irritating. So Kyle over here talking about, y'all, this is just so fake. Sutton, you're over here, because Sutton basically trying to apologize and just saying like, that's not what I meant, da da da. And mind you, Sutton and Diana hug each other, and I'm just like, now that
is some fake ass shit.
And I don't rock with that. I just feel like with Sutton, she keeps doing this where it's just like, you know, let's just bury the hatchet. Let's just like mend over. If you don't like her, we know you don't like her, and we know Diana don't like you. So why are you trying to force something? And then Kyle's like, oh, that's so phony. Kyle, what's phony is your relationship with your sisters. That's what's phony. So everyone come back to like the main seat in the area, and Diana, she over here was gone with the wind, and she pumped it out and just left. Didn't say bye to nobody. She just left. Sutton tells her assistant Joshua, she was like, look, let's get up out of here. We gotta go. I'm done. And she get her shit and she go too. So Erica's asking Garcelle,
where's your hot son?
And let's say if I was in Garcelle's shoe, I wouldn't think nothing of it. I'm like, okay, you know, my son's probably like, they find him attractive, cool, whatever, he grown, boom. But then she started yelling, like, she was like, I want to sleep with you, to Garcelle's 30-year-old son, lifting her legs wide open, like, baby, she is hot and ready for a good sticking. Like, I don't know what's going on. So he comes over and to acknowledge her, and she was like, get your wife in my DM, because she asked, was he married? He's like, yeah. So she's talking about get your wife in the DMs. We could do like a threesome. Like,
wait a damn minute.
It's never that deep. And to be honest, I think on the rumor mill, isn't Erica part of some type of sex club, allegedly? Like, girl, you go to these sex parties, you should be over here getting a platter of dick. So now it's just like, oh, well, you know, I'm over here, I want to get with Garcelle's son. So you
You want the BBC.
That's what you're saying. You want the BBC. Got it. Okay. So she's over here. Garcelle, like, basically, like, signals her son, like, let's go. So he gets up, like, grabs her by the hand, and he's doing a little too much for me. And I'm just like, you really giving it too much. And I feel like if your wife saw this, I don't think she would like it. But I'm gonna give you a pass, because when he walks off, Garcelle's other son comes up, because Crystal was like, hey, Garcelle, do you want the flowers? And Garcelle was like, yeah, I can take the flowers. So Garcelle's other son comes up, he get the flowers. And Erica basically said,
What are you doing here? Flowers. Just out of here. Don't come out of here. Oh my God.
And it was so uncalled for. And fuck the shit about, oh, well, she was drunk. What does that mean to disrespect someone else's child? I feel like if any other person, no matter if it was the mother, the father, a friend, to let somebody disrespect your child, tell your child to shut the fuck up, get the fuck out of here, I don't think anybody would have taken that lightly. Because I already know me. Stupid. Go ahead and put me in handcuffs and put me send me on the books. Like, because I would probably have 1, 2, 3 KO Mortal Kombat. Like, it's over. Like, and I don't have kids. The fuck. Okay. So rightfully so, Jax, Garcelle's son, was just like, he went to his mom and just like,
I was violated for grabbing the flowers. What do you mean? Who violated you? The flowers. She was like, what are you doing here? Out of here. I was like, damn.
So Garcelle's like, what? So the reaction that Garcelle gave was not the reaction I wanted her to give. Garcelle is a classy woman. We all know that. But this was not the time to be classy.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
I feel like a lot of people are saying that she didn't want that angry black woman stigma, or she wanted to take the high road. But I feel like when it comes to family, or when it comes to like people that you care about, like, there's no high road, there's no being classy, there's no, oh, I'm the angry black person. Like, no, I don't give a fuck about none of that, because at the end of the day, when it pertains to people that I care about and people I love, I will go out of character, I will go for mine. Period. So at the end of the day, I get Garcelle. Garcelle, you're a better woman than most. Class act. Could have been me? No. Night ends, right? We see Garcelle at the Real, and she brings up to her stylist about like all the stuff that happened that night. How Kyle was on the floor, pussy popping, had her whole vagina on the floor in a split, sliding across the floor. Like, girl, who does that? Like, girl, I know your pH balance is thrown all the way to the left. Like, ma'am, get it figured out. So then she basically tells about Erica, like, so basically you're mixing pills and alcohol. Yeah, she's a pill popping. She's pill popping, like, obviously. So she needs to get that figured out. Garcelle said that she's done. I'm sick of her. Because she was over here popping her guns up in Mexico and La Quinta. Was it La Quinta? Whatever. Erica was over here doing a lot of popping, but Erica know who to try, and that's the thing. She know who to try, because she haven't tried Garcelle. Because you see at the end of the episode when she was like, yeah, I'm not worried about Sutton's housewarming, I'm worried about this angry Haitian mother.
Yeah.
Garcelle should have. Okay. So we see Crystal at the self-defense class, and Crystal, she's like, Dorit's holding up so well, and I don't know how this is, like, how she's really doing it. She's so strong. She's holding up so well because her robbery was fake. Like, it was an insurance scam set up by Todd. Like, let me stop. But that shit is fake. You cannot tell me that this woman who is a multimillionaire had an alarm system, that she said she had an alarm system, that she did not turn on a stay feature. She said that I turned my alarm off, so if my kids wake up in the middle of the night, they could walk around. Well, sweetie, if you had a stay feature, they could do that regardless. So
Down, bitch. To the big house. Bye.
it doesn't make sense, ma'am, because you're lying. The fuck? So Doris, she comes in, she's over here with a whole full beat of makeup, and I'm just like, girl, so you're TV, get it? So she said, I feel my trauma in my blood, and like I said,
But the storyline for me has run stale.
and with the whole scandal with her husband over here getting pulled over by the police driving intoxicated, but I don't think they're gonna bring that up. Oh, so Doris doing all this punching and kicking. She's like, doing like all these noises, and I'm just like, it's giving performative. It's giving that you're really trying to amp it up just because you're on TV. Cool. Sutton goes and she meets with Kyle, right? So they go out to lunch and they're doing like the little small talk, like, oh my god, girl, this food looks so good. You like, oh yeah, right? So then Kyle kicks it off, and Sutton feels like Kyle was interjecting herself in an already doomed conversation with Diana and somehow made it even worse. Like with Kyle, then Kyle tries to apologize, like, I apologize for basically saying that you lied about your miscarriage. And my whole thing is like, who the fuck lies about shit like this? I know people do, but who? Why would this rich old white woman lie about having a fucking miscarriage when she was younger? And then you basically trying to tell her, and mind you, this is something that occurs naturally within a lot of women. It happens where women do have miscarriages, but you're basically saying, oh, you're lying just because I just felt like Diana brought it up, so you brought it up too. I don't think it's that foreign for another woman to have a miscarriage. I don't think it's so exclusive to Diana just because she's over here 100 years old still trying to have six kids. Miss Madam Diana, like, you should still try to have 6 kids and you're over here 257. Like, it doesn't, I don't know why she's still trying to have kids at 375 years old. Like, why would a 400-year-old woman still try to have kids? Like, I don't get it. So Kyle gets mad because Sutton's cuts her off, and she was like, you're impossible to apologize to because your apology is bullshit. Kyle, you know what you're doing. You're interjecting yourself in situations that really doesn't have nothing to do with you, because to be honest, you don't have a storyline. But a storyline that you could bring up is a storyline about your husband out with them other girls saying that you have an open marriage. You could bring that up. I don't think you're going to bring that up, child, but it's fine. So Garcelle and Crystal and the family, they're over here helping with Los Angeles mission to feed people in need for Thanksgiving. I think this was a great scene. It just shows how charitable Garcelle is, and seeing that Crystal's helping was amazing. And she had her family there as well. Lisa goes to Madam Didi's house, and I mean, I ain't gonna throw shade. Her house is bomb. Even though I don't like Diana by any means, Madam Diana, her house is bomb, period. So Diane, Madam Didi, she's over here talking about them kids that she's trying to have, and it's like, yeah, my kids, they're 1 year old, and she's still licking them lips. And she brings up Sutton calling her soulless and calling her an MFer. I'm like, I mean, add Madam to it. The list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Like, what's going on? So Madam questions Sutton's motive and states, how do you not know that you're hurting someone? And I thought, ain't this the cat calling the kettle black? Because of all the things that's been alleged of you over here sex trafficking children,
Allegedly.
you're talking about, oh, how you're hurting other people. But what about all the people that you're lying to? All these senators that have done these things. Put 2 and 2 together, okay? What about Hayden Panettiere? Okay, come on now. Did my research. But we're going to end it there. So Kyle and Mauricio host Dory and PK. And when I say this was one of like the most disgusting scenes I've seen in this show in a minute. I thought the whole stealing from widows, orphans, and plain victims was bad. But so these hooded folks talking about.
Did you miss what Erica said to Garcelle's son, the 14-year-old, to go off?
And they were like,
I mean, it's not funny, but it is funny.
I think it's great that she did that.
I mean, it's not funny, but it is funny.
I think it's great that she did that.
I'm like, how can you feel comfortable with someone cussing out a child? And then you got Mauricio laughing like it's just so funny, like, oh, that's so funny, ha 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 ha. Well, is it funny that all these people now are in your 12-year-old daughter's comments cussing at her? Do I condone it? No. Do I think it's right? I don't. But is it funny? It's not funny. Yeah. So it really is one of those things that is like, you're laughing at someone else's pain and laughing at this black boy being disrespected. But if he would have got up and slapped the shit out of Erica, then he would have been in trouble, right? Okay? Think about that. This little black boy can get cussed at. And it's, okay, it's so funny. But if he would have slapped the dog shit out of Erica, she would have been on the floor, hooping and hollering. Okay. But like I said, I bet it's not funny now that your daughter's over here her comment section is destroyed. I pray for that little girl, child, because that wasn't even that. Now, I do think they went too far with that, because that was not even necessary at all. Like, what's the point? So then you got Dorito and a fat ass PK on Pussy Peeker over here faking home robberies. And then they're like,
it's really why I can give like a major pass, and of course it's not my child.
Of course, it's not my child.
You know,
Right.
So
when they brought it up, I thought it was funny. Yeah, with this fake ass accent. And then I'm just like, how are you going to sit up here and you basically come out your mouth talking about, well, you know, I'm going to give her a pass because, you know, it's not my child. And I'm just like, there are about 12 cameras in this room while y'all are talking. Y'all know this is going to be recorded and you know they're going to see it. So that means you didn't give a fuck. It's just weird. And then Kyle comes out with her little comment, said that I didn't think it was funny, but you did think it was funny. Look at the clip.
It's not funny, but it is funny.
it's not funny, but it is funny.
It's not funny, but it is funny.
You did think it was funny. You thought it was hilarious. So we're not about to do this and play these games. Now you're trying to double talk and act like you didn't say what you said when it's on video. Child, I bet you Andy will not hold their feet to the fire, just like how Diana's getting away with all the stuff she's doing, just like Carol Stanberry is getting away with all the racist comments that she's doing. Nobody's holding their feet to the fire, but it is what it is. So Sutton's throwing a beautiful house viewing. We travel to Garcelle's house, and Cherie and Garcelle, they both look stunning, like beautiful black women like they are. And they talk about Erica wanting a threesome with Garcelle's son and his wife. Child basically states that I didn't want to talk to her that night because she was in a drunken state. I want to check her when she's sober. And I'm like, period. It's like, I don't want to talk to you when you're not in your right state of mind. I want you to be very cognitive and very much aware of what we're about to be talking about, so I can check you fully sober. And basically Cherie was just like, the comment was inappropriate. Cherie was like, this little viewing lunching, this is where you're going to talk to Erica? Garcelle was like, yep. And Cherie was like, cheers to checking a bitch. Period. Sutton's house is beautiful. I mean, it must be nice, right? Garcelle comes in, and I think Garcelle and Crystal and Lisa and Cherie are like the first to arrive. Then Erica's on her way to Sutton's house, and one of the producers was like, is this the first time you're going to Sutton's house? Erica's like, I'm not worried about Sutton's house. I'm worried about the angry Haitian mom. As she should. Because she already knows Garcelle's going to be on her ass like white on rice. So we find out that Crystal, 2 days prior, they went hiking. Erica and Crystal went hiking, and Crystal filled her in on the comment. And Erica basically was stating like, oh, he's 16, he almost grown. And Chris was like, no, he's 14. And then now she's all of a sudden, oh my God, that changes my perspective. I thought he was 16. I know he's 14. He's still a child.
You really can't make this shit up.
Like, anyway. So everyone's arrived and everyone looks amazing. Like this, I think it's the first time that the collective looks good. There's no booger. So everybody looks good. Kyle arrives last, but she looked good. She looked like a mobster. And Erica basically walks into Garcelle, and Garcelle's like, hey, what's up? And it's just this awkward tension because you already know they're going to have a little talk. So then, let me see. So then, basically, Erica tells the waiter, she was like, oh, I want to have something light. Just give me one drink. And Garcelle was like, yeah, you only need one drink. You only need one. And I'm like, okay. So Erica brings Sutton a little candle, and they all sit down. They go outside. Outside is really muggy. It's a light. The table setting, amazing. The ground, disgusting. I don't like stepping on mud, but I did 3 mud races. So I mean, but yeah, everybody's over here sitting down, and they over here just getting to it. Where Diana did not come. Garcelle calls her rude, and then Dorit talks about how she doesn't feel able. She can't drive because she doesn't want to be alone. But I'm like, I could have sworn you could probably drive with one of your many colored housekeepers, as you said. So Lisa talks for Diana. It's like she's really going to bat for Diana, and I'm trying to figure out with Lisa, like, does Diana have something on you for you to really go so hard for her? Yes, you brought her into this group, but what does Diana have on you? Because you in her book, something's going on with Lisa and Diana. They're connected some way. For Sutton basically says that she doesn't like people that's passive aggressive. Lisa chimes up out of the clear blue sky and was like,
hey, that's the cat calling the kettle black. That's the cat calling the kettle.
I'm just like, girl, shut the fuck up. So then they just go back and forth, and it cuts there. I'm pissed off because I want to see Erica. I want to see Garcelle going on Erica. That's what I want to see, because she really needs to set it straight on do not disrespect my child, regardless of the fact. Let's go down the list. Erica, you owe almost $250 million allegedly to widows and plane victims. All these people that your husband allegedly stole money from, that you over here funded your elaborate career. Dorit, you faked the whole fucking robbery, but didn't want to cry boo-hoo. Kyle, your husband's allegedly out here fucking and sucking on other girls, while you over here pulling knives out of your sister's allegedly back. Like, do you want to talk about it, or do you not want to talk about it? Y'all, when I tell you, I have never seen Twitter in shambles like this over one show. Usually Potomac gets it like this, but I'm kind of shook. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. This season, they are not missing, but there's a lot of things that are happening that are triggering me as a viewer because it's not right, and I don't find any of it funny. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, we'll be watching a whole different show. They're like, these ghetto, these da 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 da. Yeah. But regardless, let me know if you agree in my comment. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Stupid.